7:30. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Welcome back to Fix It Up. Today the plan is we got this Camaro here, and I also got this semi down there. But I figured we might as well do both of those. First, we'll start with the Camaro, make that into a Bumblebee from Transformers, and then we'll do this and try and make that into Optimus Prime. We can see how close we can make them and how good they look. It also helps that this already has the black stripe on it a little bit, and this came with a 4.0 in it yesterday when I got it too. Got it in the video yesterday, and it has the 4.0 already, so that makes it quite a lot easier. Don't need to go looking for one or take one from another car or anything like that. So we'll stop here at the parts store. We'll grab the spark plugs for it, and we might as well grab... I normally grab the twin turbos, but I might just go with this for a little change. Make it a little different than normal. We'll go with the sport intake. I think it's pretty cool. And we can see what this thing runs down at the track afterwards. I've seen quite a few different types of Bumblebees with black wheels and some with chrome wheels. The most I recognize is the chrome wheels, so I think we're gonna do that. First, we gotta find a good yellow for this thing. Gotta go with a nice bright, something like that might be good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. I like the looks of black wheels more, I think, on it, but I don't know. It just feels right to have the chrome wheels on it. So we'll try and find some good chrome wheels for it after we fix this engine up. And then we can put the Optimus Prime together and see how that comes out. It is very orange everywhere in here. The reflection is crazy. I'm not gonna need this, so I can throw that out. Don't need to waste time fixing that up. And all this other stuff, we will though. And all that last part's finishing up. We can put all of this stuff in here. That all in there. Spawns are happening right now. It's probably not gonna be anything too crazy though. We got an RF3 earlier. Not too long ago, I got an RF3, and then GT replaced it after I bought the RF3, so that was pretty crazy. But we'll put this thing in there, new spark plugs, grab all this stuff, and I think that's everything. I will need to go get a new transmission. Let me do that now before I forget. Even though they're not that new anymore, I still keep forgetting about doing that. All right, we'll take this junk transmission out of there, throw this thing away, and I'll just come... The whole store is yellow from my car. We'll just get an 8-speed, and we'll throw this bad boy in there, back down, and get ran over by my own car. Love it. I mean, don't really need to put bags on this thing, because Bumblebee was not on bags, as far as I can remember. But we can go grab some new wheels for this thing, and then we can start testing it out. Fortunately, they can't transform. That kind of makes sense. That's fair. We'll lift this thing up, come look at what wheels we got. What do we got for options? All right, do we got any nice 5-spoke chrome wheels? These ones, those aren't terrible. One of these two we could use. That's probably the best options here. I don't think that one's chrome. It might be. Might just be gray though. I can't really tell in here. None of these, none of these. Yeah, I think we'll go with one of these. Pretty normal number I like trying is a 260. And we'll go with like a 19 maybe. We'll see what that looks like. We'll get some of that, and then the 25s. We'll get some of those. First, I'm gonna take all of these off because we're not needing any of these. Although they weren't terrible wheels, but they weren't perfect, so we need to get rid of them. Not what we're going for. All right, what does this look like on the back? The back, that's actually pretty good. Let's see what the front looks like. Front maybe a little bit smaller. So we'll put this on the back, and maybe we'll get, if that was a 250 or that was a 260, I'll try 250 for the front. That might work out pretty well. Get both of those and put you right there. I might go in one more though with a 240. It does look like the lip of the rim is poking out a little more than I want. We'll try 240. And we'll see what that looks like. There, that's more like it. That looks just like it looks on the back with the 260s. That's pretty good. Okay, so I gotta get the other side wheels. See, we'll put that on the back, and we'll put this one on the front. I think that looks pretty good. That's not bad. We can also bring this thing onto the dyno too later and see what it makes, because I know the twin turbo 4.0 makes 900. I don't know what it makes with the sport intakes on it. We'll bring this thing over here, test this out on the drag strip, traction control off in standard mode, and we'll just hit the button and we'll go. Hopefully get some good shifts. I don't think the first one was the greatest, but those ones weren't too bad. 751. That's a bit slower than I thought it was going to be. We'll bring it on the highway, bring it down to the dyno tune shop and see what kind of power this thing's making. On the way, we might as well test the top speed though. Pretty sure I've tested the top speed on this thing before, but I don't really remember what it was, so I might as well do another test go. 155 was the highest I got there. Let's put this thing on the dyno and see what this thing's making. I'm gonna say it's probably between 650 and 750, but we gotta give it a little test run to get the actual numbers. And I was shooting a little high there, I guess. 581, not as much as I thought it would be, but that kind of makes sense. Let's top it off on gas, and then I think we could just start working on Optimus Prime. Okay, so we'll grab the Scammy. I did do some research to see what kind of trucks there was for Optimus Prime, and there was one that didn't have the nose like this, that was just a flat front, and that one was all red with a little like gray or chrome stripe down the side, which I can't do that part, but I can make it red. And I can get the similar wheels that were on it, I think. We'll figure that out, though. What kind of engine's in it right now? Oh, it's got the 4.0 with twin turbos. I think what we got to do, I'll tint the windows a little bit. I forgot to do that on Bumblebee, but that's okay. But I can tint the windows, paint this thing, and we can get some wheels on it. We might as well test it on the drag strip, because why not? Did it with Bumblebee. Got to make it fair. All right, we'll get a good red going on this thing. That's not too bad. All right, and the Optimus Prime that I was looking at, it had like these chrome wheels. It was just like normal semi wheels, the little holes in them. Not sure if we have those as options. I can look around, but if not, I can find something close, hopefully. Something that looks good, at least. Yeah, there isn't any that I can really use for this. I think we'll go with probably one of these two. I have these ones on it right now. I think we'll go with these ones probably. Look at what we got on it right now for wheels. These ones are 280, 45, 22. And these back ones are the same thing. So I think we'll just do the same kind of wheels on it. Those are massive compared to the other ones. Get rid of these, even though they just don't disappear. Half the time when I press the button to delete them, they don't delete either. Try it. Doesn't work. Oh well, hopefully they fix that tomorrow in the update. And grab some of these. 4 of those. I had 45s on it. We'll just get 45s again. All right, that's all of those done. We'll slap all of these things on there. And there we go. Doesn't look bad. It's not the right wheels, but that's as close as I could get, I think. Wish we could do a little decal of Autobots on the side of it, because there's normally one like right up here. But for what we can do, this isn't terrible. And if I had some extra Robux, I would spend them on the license plate and make it say Optimus or something like that. Fortunately, we can't use actual in-game money for that, which would be cool, but take this thing onto the drag strip, hit this little jump with it. Oh yeah. All right, I know it's not going to be the best time because this thing is a semi-truck, but we might as well give it at least one run over here. Make it fair to Bumblebee. Made him do it, and we're trucking along. Picking up some speed now. There we go. Got into the top of the gear. Got it up to 65 there. 1358. Not too bad. Not good at all though, but that might be good in semi terms. I'm not sure. We'll give it a top speed test on this thing. Don't want to really come to a complete stop because that'll make it even slower. We can hopefully get the top speed without... Why is it so slidey? And that's a terrible accident. He's totally fine, but I am stuck. There's no getting out of this. Oh my god. That is crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know. Okay. I guess we go buy that Scammy. Holy moly. That really just caught me off guard. I was just looking at the spawns, noticing that I missed the Lancer. And then as soon as I look up at the spawns, a Scammy spawns. And it's right here. That is crazy. 133, definitely buying that thing. That's crazy. I just had a 0.05 Beamer spawn, what, 2 days ago, I think? And now we got the Scammy again. So now I have 3 of these things. I wish I would have waited a little bit to do that, so that way we could have started with a fresh Scammy, but how would I know that this thing was gonna spawn? And there's a GTI underneath it, but I don't even care. Welcome to the squad. Maybe we can figure out something to do with this. Let's hop back in Optimus Prime real quick, and we can try and get the top speed of him first. And then maybe in the next few days, we can figure out something else to do with that scammy. All right, we'll get another run going, see if we can get the top speed this time. And the top speed is only 86 miles an hour. We can't even break 100. Well, I guess there's not much else to test out with this thing then. There's no body parts for it. Oh! And a 720. Look at that. Stuck the landing. Like I said in a previous video, I just joined this public server to get a drag race going, and as soon as I joined, look at the spawns. We got a 0.5 and a 2%. It always happens. I got my scammy, so I'm not too upset about that. Alright, we got quite a big lineup going here for a drag race. Oh, it seems like no one else was ready, even though they were the ones that hit the button. We'll give it another go, I guess, but it's the biggest race we could have gotten. I'll turn that off so it's easier to see. We got a K8 right here. That's the one that I sold to a subscriber the other day. That's him. Then we got an R8 and we got, it looks like an RF3. I don't want to move because someone will probably hit the button real fast like normal. All right, it's reset. We'll see if someone hits it. I'm just going. Oh, the R8's just gone. And here comes the other Audi. And he all just flew up in the air. Oh, he is gone. He's out of the track. Only two of the times are on the board. The R8 with a 663 and I got a 728. He's outside of the track. The R8 really just wanted to go, I guess. All right, we'll see if he comes back and the Beamer comes over here. We can get another run going. Hopefully it shows all of our times. I'll let someone else hit it, make sure that they're all ready. All right, here we go. I think I could beat the RF3. Yeah, beating the RF3, but couldn't beat the R8. It only showed 2 times again. I got a 728 yet again, and then he got an 1134, but he said bad start, so he definitely got a bad start. And it looks like the guy in the RF3 shifted to neutral. Hopefully he waits for the other guys to come back before hitting it. Oh, he ran out of gas mid-race. Pay attention to that. The fuel light comes on. How do you run out of gas? All right, we're running it without him. Gonna be losing to the R8 again, but that makes sense. It's an all-wheel drive. 730. Oh my god! He's gone. He just flew into space. Last time when I was trying to customize that car, I realized it was doing the same thing. If you hit wrong on the back of the track, it'll send you flying. It looks like the R8's gone, so I might be able to win this one if the RF3 has some bad shifts or a bad start or something. Because I feel like this thing and that are pretty close. Maybe not. He's pulling away really fast. Never mind. The all-wheel drive is just too powerful. 720. Oh my god. 727 for me, and he got a 822, and the RF3s didn't show. So either he jumped it or it's just not showing. Oh, I turned the e-brake on. We're good. And it showed mine. It's not showing the RF3 though. Oh, maybe it is only 2 at a time. That would make sense why they're not all showing. Me and that BMW had really close times. He beat me by 0.02. Only says hello to everybody. All right. And that about wraps everything up. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.